You went to a tire shop and purchased wheels and tires?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you say purchase wheels, what do you mean? What does that mean?
Just rims and tires for a car.
All right, so, and you put this on our account?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Why would you do that?
It wasn't just in her name, Judge. He took out a credit account, not realizing that her name was also still on it. His name was on it.
So where are you going to be working now? Because you're not going to be allowed to carry a weapon.
I am retired Air Force.
What you are about to watch is one of the most unbelievable courtroom moments ever caught on camera. A retired Air Force veteran faces prison over an accidental credit card mix-up, while a second defendant gives the judge the absolute worst excuse possible. The ending? Nobody saw it coming.
Calling 2023 CR 11061, State of Texas versus Patrick Andrew Goldberg. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense.
Marissa Giovenco for Mr. Goldberg.
And are you Mr. Goldberg?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery?
I have, Judge.
Did you review it with your client?
We have.
The court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Goldberg, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Mr. Goldberg, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with fraudulent use or possession of identifying information, 5 items, as a state jail felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Judge.
Mr. Goldberg, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is recommending deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution of $3,561.81 to Tanya Goldberg. That's Tania. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea.
Yes, Judge, there's a couple things I'd like to be heard on whenever you are ready for that.
All right. State is at the plea.
That is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing it, you were waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
There have not, Judge.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 80 hours of community service restitution, and no contact with Tanya Goldberg. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. State Exhibit Number 1 with all of its attachments.
Judge, I have gone over that with Mr. Goldberg and we have no objections.
All right, Mr. Goldberg, did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations?
Yes, ma'am.
With your attorney, did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront Any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you decided to apply for deferred adjudication. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge, a couple things. The no contact order with Tanya. My client and Tanya do have a 14-year-old daughter together. Primarily, my client only talks to his 14-year-old daughter. He does not communicate with Tanya. However, should there be an emergency or any parenting decisions that need to be discussed, I think it is possible. There is a possibility that they would need to discuss their child. And they also have the possibility of seeing each other at drop-offs. So we would just be asking either for the no contact except for regarding their child, which is Lily Goldberg, or a no harmful or injurious contact, Judge.
It says that she doesn't live in the state.
Correct.
So where would they be having contact at drop-offs?
He still does see his child, so
Well, I
they
mean,
still
does she
need to
come down
do-
here?
I live in Michigan, ma'am.
Oh, you live in Michigan as well?
Yes.
Okay. So you all gonna be asking that this be transferred to Michigan?
Yes, Judge.
And what county in Michigan?
Right, Ottawa.
Spell that, please.
Ottawa.
All right, anything else?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Goldberg works as a licensed security guard, an armed security guard for his employment. And we understand that traditionally no firearms as a condition of probation, is done in every case. But if he were not be able to carry his firearm for work, he would not be able to support his family. So we were asking, since this is a nonviolent offense, if there would be any way to let him keep his job and continue to support his family by having a firearm for work.
All right. State.
No objection to the no harmful or injurious contact order, Your Honor. And technically, if he's on probation for or deferred, he can't be in possession of firearms.
I follow the law.
Okay, Judge, thank you.
All right. All right. So you went to a tire shop and purchased wheels and tires?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you say purchase wheels, what do you mean? What does that mean?
Just rims and tires for a car.
All right, so, and you put this on our account.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Why would you do that?
What happened is when we were married, we used this, the Snap Finance a few times. And when I went to go buy rims and tires, her information was still on there. And I signed it as well, not reading all of it like I should have. And this is what happened.
It wasn't just in her name, Judge. He took out a credit account, not realizing that her name was also still on it. His name was on it as well.
All right. So where are you going to be working now? Because you're not going to be allowed to carry a weapon.
I am retired Air Force.
Okay. And with regards to the no contact order, state?
No objections to the no harmful or injurious contact with this individual, Your Honor, since they do have a child.
All right. So, do you know if she wants to have contact?
I don't believe that either one of them want contact with each other, Judge, except for regarding their child. Correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. All right. If you were drug tested today, what would the results be?
Positive, because I do have a prescription for marijuana.
For what purpose?
PTSD.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to, I'm sorry, state, you may continue to confer. Court is going to sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution of $3,506.81 to Tanya Goldberg. proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. And if you do have a prescription for medical marijuana, you need to turn that over to probation so they can view it.
Yeah.
I'll allow transfer to Ottawa County, Michigan.
Yes, ma'am.
There's going to be 80 hours of community service restitution. Court is going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed to be satisfied. I'm going to order the no contact with Tanya Goldberg counsel. If you obtain a letter or if she appears by Zoom, the court will reconsider that. But I don't lift no contact orders unless the complainant is aware of it.
Yes, Judge.
Probation. I'm going to ask for field visit. I know if he's in Michigan, maybe they don't do that, but field visit one time per month for 2 months. And then do they have a finance class or something for him to take?
Yes, Judge.
All right, and we'll do a finance class because none of this would have ever happened if you would have paid that bill back. And I don't know why you were getting rims for a vehicle.
Dumb.
Yeah. I mean, it's jewelry for a vehicle, I guess. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. So probation is going to go over conditions with you. Make sure you read those conditions. One of the conditions that people always overlook in the probation packet is the one that says that you're required to support your dependents. So if you don't support your dependents, technically, a motion to revoke can be filed.
Okay.
If you have a question about anything, let your probation officer know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court or have your attorney come back to court since you're in Michigan. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So tell me about the tattoos. I'm always interested.
I got a lot of them in the military, so this one I just.
Why did you do the black? You know, a lot of people are doing the blackout tattoos now.
Yeah.
Was it to cover up something?
It was to cover up. I had another full sleeve that I had like 18 years ago when I was in the military, and I just wanted to cover it up.
Yeah, because I read that Kat, I think her name is Kat Bundy.
Oh, yes.
She is doing her entire body from neck down,
I heard.
100% black. The only thing she's not covering up, I think she said, is
Oh,
her
she's
pants
blacking
tattoo.
out everything?
Their
Yeah.
face and everything.
Whoa.
Yeah. So yeah.
Back
So-
to the plea, Judge, I do.
Just 1 second. So what about the names?
This is Bahala, so I got that from the military.
Okay.
This I recently just got because I wanted my initials. I just have a thing for art. I've always had.
Oh no, and I always ask because I'm always interested in the pain.
Oh,
So the blackout tattoo, was that painful?
yes. Yes, I don't want a tattoo after that.
How long did it take?
Like 16 hours, like 3 passes.
Ah,
Yeah.
all in one sitting?
No, definitely not.
All right. And then the earrings. I always wonder if the weight, when you put the weight.
No, these are
into-
titanium, so they weigh nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it hurt when you're doing the stretching?
Yes, it does.
Are you going to go bigger?
No, I want to go smaller, if anything.
I was watching, what is her name? The doctor, they call her Dr. Pimple.
The pimple hump?
Yeah, but actually she says, hey, I'm not just that, right? I do more. So there were some people who had the earrings and then they wanted, it back. And so she was able to get it back, but she had to cut it some sort of way and put
Ooh. Stitch it up. Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't sound fun.
all right. Yes.
I do have one question, Judge. Since he is retired Air Force, you did say proof of additional employment. I just wanted to clarify that.
Well, I mean, I require that people are employed. If he's receiving SSI or something else, then he just needs to let, probation know.
Okay. I just didn't know if he would need to get an additional job. I wanted to make sure that was clear for him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the job he has, if it requires that he carry a weapon, he can't have it.
Sometimes I
correct.
don't, so I can always work the jobs that I don't.
Okay.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear. Thank you,
All
guys.
right, thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you. Court is calling 2024 CR 0105W, State of Texas versus Jasmine Lynn Gallegos. Can I have parties announced for the record, for the state?
Jason Gary, Your Honor.
For the defense?
Angela Blake?
And are you Ms. Gallegos? Did you review the document entitled, Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Jasmine Lynn Gallegos who was placed on community supervision in 2024 CR 0105W for the offense of unlawfully carrying of a weapon with a felony conviction on January 9th, 2024 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 4 on or about the 22nd day of January 2024 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Jasmine Lynn Gallegos, the then and there failed to report as directed to the 187th District Court for a compliance hearing as directed by the supervision officer and or the court in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining validated condition.
All right. And I don't have a trial court certification.
No, Your Honor, so we are requesting to be continued.
Yeah,
Would you like the court like it instead anyway? Okay.
thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
All right. And state?
Oh, yes, there's an agreement, Your Honor.
No, are you proceeding on the next violation?
So, waiving the remaining violated conditions, Your Honor.
All right, any objections to the waiver?
No objection.
Did you understand by pleading to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it guilty? I'm sorry, could find it true, grant the motion to sentence you up to 5 years in prison and up to $1,000 fine? You're gonna need to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
This proposed agreement, Your Honor, it is to deny the motion and continue her on her community supervision with additional TAP evaluation done while in custody and follow the recommendations of mental health eval in custody, ISP gang evaluation in custody, and also a UA hotline for 90 days, plus proof of residency and employment every 90 days.
All right, so why should I follow this agreement? It appears that she hasn't done anything. Has she done anything on probation?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and then I had a compliance hearing. I always do compliance hearings. If there's an issue, people can come in, tell me what their issue is, and we can get them back on track. So I don't understand why I should continue her.
We're just asking the court consider it, Your Honor.
But I mean, somebody needs to give me a reason why, because she is on probation. She hasn't done anything. And to get her back on track, I set it for a compliance hearing and she did not show. So I don't understand why I should continue her.
I call my client, Your Honor.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Jasmine Lynn Gallegos. Are you asking the court to consider release or continue on probation?
Yes, ma'am.
And why is that?
Because I never started it. And I got released and I didn't turn myself back in, but I want to do something better.
All right, do you need to speak up?
I want to do something better in life.
So the reason why you want me to continue you is because you were placed on probation, you were released, and you never did anything. So basically, you're just throwing yourself on the mercy of the court saying, I did nothing, but please continue me.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
Where do you work?
I mean, I was working at the Subway.
Okay, I cannot hear you.
I was working at Subway at Pleasanton, Texas.
And where do you live?
In Pleasanton, Texas with my grandma.
Do you have anybody that you care for?
Yes, my grandma. She's sick right now.
Oh, let's not do that. Let's not do this thing where we're bringing in the sick relatives, the baby that nobody else can take care of because you were supposed to report. Let's do this. This is what can help me understand whether or not I should continue. Let's assume you don't have a sick grandmother, you don't have any sick relatives, you don't have any sick children. It's just you. Why should you be continued on probation? Don't tell me that Subway needs somebody to make sandwiches. Let's assume that Subway doesn't need anybody to make sandwiches. Why should I be continuing you?
Because I wanna prove to you that I can do it.
But you have not. But okay, but you want to prove to me that you can do it?
So,
All right. Any other questions?
Is there any other reason why you're asking the court to continue on probation?
no,
Do you believe you have a drug problem?
no,
All right, so she don't have a drug problem. Why didn't you report?
because they wanted me to turn myself back in.
I'm sorry, what?
Because they wanted me to come back and turn myself in.
All right. Why didn't you show up for your compliance hearing? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I don't know, ma'am.
All right.
Do you have a mental health issue? Have you ever been diagnosed with any mental health issues?
No.
All right. So I really don't have any reason to continue her. Her whole thing is, I didn't do anything. Don't revoke me. And the court everyone knows if somebody is falling off track. Normally what I do in some situations, Ms. Gallegos, is because maybe sometimes people just fall off track. They just need to realize what they're looking at. And I set compliance hearings. And I'm not even going to consider, I set compliance hearings twice for you. The state only went on one, so I'm not even considering the other. But a compliance hearing was set for you to try to get you back on track to see, hey, is there something we're missing here? Is there something you need in order to be successful? And you didn't even show up for the compliance hearing. The compliance hearing was a step before your motion to revoke. Because I had a choice at that time. I always get notices from probation. They'll tell me how a probationer is doing. If there are some issues, I will always usually check compliance hearing. Let's bring that person in and find out what's going on. And you didn't even show up for that. So I don't think you're a good candidate for probation. Everybody who's in custody will come before me when they're in custody and say to me, I want to prove to you I can do it. But, history has shown that you can't because you didn't. So I don't know why I should continue you. So I don't know if you want to talk to her, but I don't have a reason for why she didn't show up. Okay. All right. I'm not going to follow this proposed agreement. I don't think she's a good candidate for probation. She hasn't done anything. And she's been given opportunities to do things and she just refuses. And based upon her testimony, she didn't want to come back because she didn't want to turn herself in. I don't know what to do with that.
If the court were to grant your request for continued probation and the TAP evaluation, would you comply with the conditions of the TAP
Yes, ma'am.
and any recommendations thereof?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you also comply with any conditions of the gang ISP evaluation
Yes, ma'am.
as well as the mental health?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, my client's throwing herself in the mercy of the court and we're requesting that the court continue her on probation.
All right. So under under direct examination, she stated she doesn't have any mental health issues. So that's not an issue. And now I'm being thrown at that there may be gang issues with her. And part of the plea bargain agreement was, in this case, she was to forfeit weapons, magazines, and ammunition. So she was placed on community supervision for that, and she has done nothing. Court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. Court is going to sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,000 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. I'll recommend, if she stated she doesn't have any drug issues, she doesn't have mental health issues, but I'll recommend the therapeutic community or the mental health unit at the prison You'll have to recommend it as well because I have no jurisdiction. And if they discover that you do have a mental health issue, then they will take care of it there. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you have a limited right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on community supervision. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Good luck to you. You're going to have to start making better decisions. If you continue to pick up felonies in Texas, they're going to start labeling you as a repeater or a habitual. If you're a repeater, that means your range of punishment level is going to go up by one level. And if you're habitual, in some cases, your minimum is going to be 25 years at the prison. You have some choices you're going to need to make. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And when you're released from prison, if you need help with anything, you can always come back here if I'm here. Okay. All right. So what's your range of punishment? If a motion to revoke were filed, and if you were sentenced to prison, how much time could you be sentenced to?
1 year.
No. Higher. How much time could you be sentenced to?
I don't know.
Life. Let that sink in. The whole thing about you could be sentenced up to a $10,000 fine. When you balance that against the life sentence, the $10,000, you're like, maybe you're not worried about that. But you could go to prison for life. Do you understand?
Yes.
And what I'm being told is that you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. That you have made zero progress on your probation. And you've been on probation since May of 2023. So you've been on probation for a year and you have done nothing. Do you want to go to prison? Because if you want to go to prison, what you can do is you can get an attorney here and you can talk. I believe this is maybe a criminal trial division case. Your attorney can negotiate with them for a revocation and they can present it to the court for the amount of time you want to do in prison. I can follow it or not follow it because this is a contract with the court, not with whoever, whichever attorney you hire or the state. How old are you?
18.
I'm so what?
18.
All right. So you're 18. You do the math about how much time they would probably have you do at the prison. There are usually rules saying, hey, when you consider sentencing somebody, if you go to jury trial, you can consider that there's a parole law out there, but you can't determine or try to think, I wonder what parole will do, because nobody knows what parole will do. Maybe you'll be paroled, maybe not. But what I can tell you is whatever time you're sentenced to, you have to do half the time. So you're 18. Let's say you get sentenced to 30 years. You have to do 15 years flat. So you do the math, 18 plus 15. And then I can guarantee you, even though I'm not supposed to do that, I can guarantee you that the parole, when your parole comes up, they're not going to let you out on the first try. So you need to decide, do you want to go to prison? Because what you're telling me by your actions is you do. And if you want to go to prison, guess what? I will tell you, the government, they always say they don't have money for certain things. They always have money to build another prison. They always have space for you at the prison, whether they have space or not. They're fine. If a cell says there's only supposed to be 3 people in this cell, they're fine with putting an extra person in there. So if you want to go to prison, I will send you to prison. I won't gladly send you to prison, but I'll send you to prison. I remember an 18-year-old went to prison, and I'll move on to my next case. So, would you like to go to prison?
No.
Then why are you behaving as though you want to go to prison?
I haven't got time.
Hmm?
My job doesn't give me time to follow in my rules.
Okay, you're mumbling and I cannot hear you.
My job doesn't let me follow.
All right, it's funny you should say that because in the report I have, it says probationer has also made no attempt to work on his community service hours, no attempt to really do his drug testing, no attempt to sign up for the classes he's supposed to sign up for. So then you have a question. You're 18, and I'm sure you're not living by yourself. Who do you live with?
No, my fiance and my son.
All right, so you have a question. Your question is, do you want to go to prison? If you end up going to prison, you won't have a job. I mean, they may make you make things at the prison if you want to, but you won't have a real job. And I know people come to me, and you know what people come to me and say, why are you being so hard on them? They're trying to get it together. They're working. Here's the problem. You're on probation. Other people who did not break the law don't have to worry about reporting to probation and how it impacts their employment. You're on probation. If you just decide to do what you want to do, then guess what? You're not on probation. And I tell you what, I see here that you were approved for traveling. Look, he has requested to travel to Florida for a family trip, June 26th through July 1st to Kissimmee, Florida. You didn't have any problem with your employment then. You sure made time to go traveling to Florida. But you can't make time to do your community service. You can't make time to do any of your classes, but you can make time to go to Florida with family. I always say if it's important, you treat it like it's important. Maybe this probation is not important to you. If it's not, then you can go to prison. So I'm telling you right now, yes, you are required to have employment while you're on probation. You have a child. You decided to have a child. Nobody forced you to engage in activities that resulted in a child. You have to take care of your child financially. According to your conditions of probation, you have to support all your dependents. I don't know why you're an 18-year-old. I don't know how old the girl is that you're dating or you have a baby with. I don't know why her parents are letting you all live at the house. Maybe they're just doing it because they're concerned about their grandchild. But you're on probation. One of the conditions of probation that's mandated by the law is you have to take care of your dependents. So you got to have a job to take care of your dependents. I require you to have a job. But if that job is interfering with your ability to do your conditions of probation, then you need to get another job. Or either you need to work the graveyard shift. Nobody likes working the graveyard shift, but you have to do what you have to do. And I would tell my clients all the time, you have a choice. When I was a defense attorney, they'd be like, I have a job. You know what I would tell them? You have a choice. If you get sent to prison, guess what? You're not going to be working that job, and that employer is not going to hold it off to you. So you have choices you have to make. You're in an adult world. You've done adult things by having a child, adult things by committing this offense, and you're on adult probation. So I'm telling you right now, you're going to start that class. You're going to start doing your community service hours, and you're going to regularly do your UAs. We're not having another conversation about your issues with employment because guess what? These are the times that these classes are open. It's in the daytime. It's not in the nighttime. So you probably need to get a job that is graveyard shift or either the middle shift, 3 to 11. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything you do not understand?
No, ma'am.
And what do you do for employment?
I work at a barber shop.
Oh, yeah. You need to do the overnight shift or either, guess what? You can work on Saturdays and Sundays at the barber.
Yes, ma'am.
Probation, is there anything else? All right, next time I see you, if I get a report like this, the next time I see you, it's going to be, you're going to have a warrant issued for your arrest. You're going to come over dressed in orange or whatever classification color they put you in. Either you're going to make bond or not, and we're going to have a hearing on the allegations that are in the motion. I had better start seeing progress, and there'll be no more out-of-state family trips for you until I see progress. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else you need?
No, ma'am.
Is there anything that you do not understand?
No, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, probation. You're welcome. All right. Oh, you can have a seat. 2023 CR 3541, State of Texas versus Jose Arturo Jimenez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Allie Jackson.
For the defense?
Albert Chidas for Mr. Jimenez.
And are you Mr. Jimenez?
Yes.
All right, we have an interpreter. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm, not you, sir? Yeah. Do you solemnly swear and affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do.
All right, and if you'll state your name for the record, please?
Your Honor, the interpreter's name is Jorge Valle.
All right, so the defense has filed a motion for early termination of deferred adjudication probation. State, have you had a chance to review?
Yes, Your Honor, and from what I understand, was originally filed back in April, and he approached the court months ago and was told basically to come back at a later date because at that time he had not yet hit half the time on supervision.
All right, and State, are you going to have any objections?
No strong objection, Your Honor.
All right, State, have you had any contact with the complainant concerning this?
No, Your Honor, we have not had any contact since December.
All right, and did you have any contact with her before the case was filed?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm assuming because this was reduced that she was in favor or was not cooperative?
All she cared about was being left alone, Your Honor.
All right. And counsel, you want to present your argument?
Yes, Judge. My client has no prior criminal history. This incident that led to this case was, to say the least, complicated. Originally, there was an allegation that she had made to the police that he had broken into her home and attacked her. It was actually their adult son's home with his wife, which he was allowed to be at, and she was allowed to be at, even though they were divorced. She lives in Mexico, and she just happened to come to San Antonio to visit her son and her grandkids when he came over. And she told the police, well, he broke into my house, this and that. The son's wife made out an affidavit saying, he's allowed to be here. He didn't break into anything. We give him the garage code to get in and out of the house. He mows the lawn, he does stuff around here. So it was reduced from, I think it was a burglary of a habitation with intent to commit assault down to deferred. And so my client, after considering his options, he decided to go ahead and take the deferred adjudication probation. While we were waiting on the case, he wanted to visit for the holidays. He wanted to go to Mexico, see his family. And our request to travel was opposed by her because they happen to live in the same state in Mexico. And she was like, I don't feel safe, all this stuff. They haven't seen each other since the day of the incident. This is a year on. And when he made his trip to Mexico to see his own family, not hers, and not
Excuse
her.
me. There's a sign down there.
Correct. Do not approach the coordinator when the court is on the record. All right. I did not see the sign.
All right, thank you. All right, you may continue.
Yes, Judge. And so she again had issues with him traveling to another country, to the country she happened to be living in. He traveled, he visited his family, Christmas, came back, no incidents. And again, they haven't seen each other. There's no reason for him to continue to be on probation for another year because he's not a young kid. He had no prior criminal history. He's 63 years old, Judge, with, again, no prior criminal history. So we would just ask the court to consider granting our motion for early termination.
All right, and probation on Mr. Jimenez, has he completed everything?
Judge, all of his terms have been
All right, thank you. And state, could you reach out to see if you can get in touch with the complainant counsel? I'm going to grant the motion for early termination, but before I sign it, I want the state to reach out to the complainant to let the complainant know that his probation is being terminated. He's completed everything. I don't see a reason to continue his probation just to continue it when he's done everything. And as you said, counsel, he has no criminal history other than this offense. All right, so Mr. Jimenez, of course, if there are any orders or conditions that are still outstanding, such as no contact, you're still to have no contact with the complainant. And whether that is in place or not, I would advise you to have no contact with the complainant in this case. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, is there anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. If you have him remain in court, the state is going to see if they can reach the complainant.
Yes, Judge.
And just like that, it was over. One man took accountability and walked away with a second chance, while another learned the hard way that ignoring the law has immediate consequences. Justice does not always move fast, but when it moves like that.